We are live. Gotta get something to drink. Thirsty. I'm thirsty. Fatty thirsty. Might be able to pull up here. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How's the day going? Actually, let's pull up here. What's the day looking like? What should we get to drink? Maybe a mango juice. Or we could just go to the gas station and get something from there. Gas station or the store? Let's go to the gas station. I think it's just closer from here. By the 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven will do. Do they have juice at 7-Eleven? Or only sodas and stuff? Damn, bro, changed the whole fit. Yeah, it got warmer. It got warmer, so there was no longer a need for a sweater. Go, 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 go. Come on. Temperature.
Capture is completed.
I don't know. I just know that it went up. That's all I know about the temperature. Go, go, madam. Would I consider living in Pakistan? No. I will remain in Floridastan, where I'm from. Floridastan is the only stan I'm gonna live in. Would you consider living in Pakistan? Is that what you're asking? What's good, twin? Fly with the boys. Fly with the boys. Thank you very much for those of you who were kind enough to hit the like button. If you don't have a lazy finger, please double tap the screen one time and that will provide a like to the live stream. Thank you very much. All right, let's go into the 7-Eleven and get something to drink, because I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty. I need to get water later. Inshallah. Let's get a juice or something. How you doing, bro? Some tempting cookies, but we're not gonna do that. They have some cookies that were tempting, but we don't need to do that. Yo, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. What's the day looking like? I got this Gatorade because I think I've been feeling low on energy today. So I'm hoping the Gatorade provides me with a boost. Coffee hasn't helped today. Sometimes you have days that you just, or a day every once in a while where your body just feels tired. And then you think, I might be dehydrated. Let me drink water. And then you drink water and you feel a little bit better, but not, your energy's not just, it's just not there. That's the day I'm having. Energy's just not there. You too. 313, thank you too. Hey, what's up, Cody? Cody, you're back. How you doing today? Bismillah. How you doing, Cody? You need Red Bull. I haven't had Red Bull in a while. But whenever I did have Red Bull, I will have like the sugar-free one. Because I know Red Bulls are packed with sugar. So I would have the sugar-free. And it would give me a little bit of a boost. But then it was kind of giving me a headache also. It was making my head feel strange. Like, it was feeling uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain it. But I noticed that the last 2 times I had the sugar-free Red Bull, I would drink it and my head would feel, I don't know how to describe it. It would feel uncomfortable, like a mild headache type of thing. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And Monster I don't drink, because the last time I had a Monster, the last time I had a Monster drink, I had so much energy and my heart started beating so fast that it was scary. It was the energy that it gave me. It was too much. It wasn't like a boost. It was like something was happening in my body where I had this I felt like the Hawk. I could go like this and crack the car in two. Right? It was overwhelming energy. Wa alaikum salam. Sugar free is trash. I'd rather drink sugar. So I had so much energy that I was like, you know what? I'll never have another Monster again. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to go out for a run because I was already out. And then I thought about it. I was like, this is not a good idea because my heart is already going 1,000,000 miles per hour because of this drink. So if I go for a run, that's going to speed up the heart rate even more. That's not going to end well. So I thought about it. I'm like, nah, I'm going to try to remain as calm as possible and just try to sit down. And yeah, it's a burst of energy. I'm just going to let the burst of energy run through the body and just chill out. And that lasted for a little bit. But then after that, I said, nah, I will never again will I. Astaghfirullah. There's this woman and this guy that just parked next to me. Lady comes out with some little tiny blue shorts. Very tight. Like this material. And then what she's doing is she's taking the shorts out of her parts. So she's like pulling it out of her butt, out of her whatever. She's like pulling it down because everything is like. I only drink them when I'm driving to keep me awake. Monster is my go-to. Yeah, since I had that experience, I was like, nah. That was a while back. It was like 3 or 4 years. I was like probably more, like 5 years ago since I had a Monster. Try Arabic coffee. I've had it before. Yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't had it in a while. At least the one they sell at the store. In the pack. Are you okay with America being a Christian nation? It's not a Christian nation. It's a secular republic. Do you appreciate American culture? Don't mean anything by it, just curious. America is a secular nation. What's American culture? What does that mean? America is a blender of a bunch of cultures. So I don't know what American culture is. America. Based on Christian beliefs, says David. All right. I like the national anthem, the one nation under God, right? I like how that part doesn't associate any partners to God. It just says one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. I'm down. It doesn't include any associations with God. It doesn't include any men God. It doesn't include any idols, nothing. One nation under God. I am down. Every corner of the U.S. has a different culture belief based on Abrahamic beliefs, question mark, says Boosum. What's up, sports? What's the name looking like? MashaAllah, brother and a sister are going into the 7-Eleven. Cody says, make America like Dearborn. Feel like 99% of the problems will go away. It would. But you know how many millions of people you would have to convince, right? And open their eyes. How is it that American Gatorade invented at an American college university of Florida? How is that American Gatorade? Let me see. Let's inspect the bottle. Let's see. It doesn't say made anywhere. At least the container. Where's the container made? How's the American Gatorade? Oh man, you gotta laugh. Bro, why doesn't it say made in America? It doesn't say made in anywhere. I don't see that it says made in anywhere. Just don't export our drivers. Bad in Dearborn. You got bad drivers in Dearborn? Madagascar. It was better back in the day when it was still in the glass bottle. Gatorade in the glass bottle? I don't remember that. How long ago was that? How you doing, Jesus? I remember the Coca-Cola. Is Boosum. Yes, Boosum is the brother I was telling you about yesterday. Did you study in Medina? I did not. Cody, what are the plans for Friday, bro? Started in the 80s, 60s. Oh, I gotta look up a picture of this. Let me see if I gotta see how this looks. Show me a picture of Gatorade in glass container. Oh, damn. It looks like one of those Spanish fruit drinks. What? That's how it used to look, huh? They got Michael Jordan on the. It looks like one of those fruit drinks imported from Mexico. Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't even know those things used to be like that. Like that, yeah, like Jarritos. Ratings from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Hey, what's up, man? He's in Dearborn, yeah? Are you in Dearborn too, Cody? Cody is a guy that Boosum. Cody's a brother that has been interested in Islam, but he's struggling with something. I don't know if he wants to bring it up again or not, but he talked about it yesterday again. But he's struggling with something, and he did go to a masjid about a year ago and had an issue with something that he's struggling with, and he's struggling with it, but he wants to take the step of taking the shahada and stuff, but he feels like this issue he's dealing with is preventing him from taking the step. We spoke yesterday. I don't think you were here anymore, but we spoke yesterday. But inshallah, yeah, I expressed to him that it would be good if he can go at least to Jummah, and he can take shahada. And I explained to him that what he's struggling with shouldn't be something that stops him from becoming Muslim. It doesn't take him out of the fold of Islam or anything like this. So, inshallah, he can take the step and fight the battle that he's fighting as a Muslim. Nice hoodie, bro. Hey, what's up, man? What's the day looking like? So Gatorade used to be in glass bottles. Wow. I take it that glass is more expensive to produce for the companies than plastic. Salafi. It's beautiful out. Yeah, it is beautiful. Very, very pretty outside. Oh, yeah? What kind of workout did you do? Going for a motorcycle ride. Very nice. What kind of bike you got? Very nice. Great success. What time is it? Oh man, let's see if it's gonna start getting busy now. You ever been to? Oh, let's remove some. Floridastan, really? Yeah. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? It's summer here in peaceful New Zealand. Nice. New Zealand. Isn't that where they had the that guy a couple years ago, the dancing Viking that was going through the streets dancing around? Isn't that in New Zealand or is that somewhere else? James says it's called Florida. Don't rename our state. Oh. So it's Florida land. Are you saying it's Florida land, James? Is that what you're saying? That this is just Florida land? Just trying to make sure I understand. Florida. 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 Florida set the bar. Oh, my man looks like one of the Mormons. You mean Florida? James says, God bless, brother. James, you know Stan just means land, right? What's up, John, in the building? Very mixed culture. Moses was Hebrew. What's the day looking like? Yeah, I think there was a Mormon guy walking in. Yeah, I think the Mormons believe that God has a wife. If I'm not mistaken. I heard something like this. That he has a wife in heaven. What? They will be restored. Isn't Hebrew a language? Check out the news in Iran. Like breaking news? Like something from today happened? Because I know since yesterday or the day before, I looked up some news in Iran and they were, there's protests and stuff. But are you saying like something new just took place? Big time. Oh, damn. Let's go check it out. Let's see. I'm sure if I just type Iran, it'll pop up. When it's something big, let me see. 5 hours ago. Anti-government protest widening in Iran. 5 hours ago, 1 hour ago, 5 hours ago. There's a piece about 5 hours ago from CBN that says why Khamenei may flee Iran and how the Islamic regime could fall. 10 hours ago, Iran's protest escalates. The Soldiers are siding with the protesters. Oh, they were shooting the civilians. I don't know what this person is talking about, but when people start saying that I'm avoiding a question that I didn't even see, I become uninterested. Not whining and crying over a question. It's pretty pathetic. No, no. That was just something, a discussion we had the other day, a brief discussion. The subject came up. Very fluid. Okay, so 10 hours ago, 17 hours ago, 2 hours ago, Iran's Ayatollah is right to be shaken in his boots over this express. These are propaganda pieces. So let me see so far what's, if I can find a source that's actually, you know. But you stated that the army was siding with the people. All right, let's see, from an hour ago. Iran anti-government protests spread to a majority of provinces, video shows. Okay. Iran uprising reaches a turning point. Okay. Deadly Iran protests stretch into 9th straight day. So they've been protesting for 9 days. Protesters clash with security forces in Tehran, Grand Bazaar. Okay, reports of dozens 53 minutes ago killed in Iran. Reports of dozens killed in Iran protests as Trump threatens to intervene. Let's not. This sounds like U.S. involvement. You think this protest out of nowhere just started now and we don't have a hand in there, right? And then Trump comes out and says, if you kill any protests, we're gonna go in there. So, of course, we had a hand in there. Definitely U.S. involvement. Joseph Smith, starter of Mormons, and he revealed divine instructions from angel. U.S. other folks we can't say are involved. We can't say are involved. U.S. and the other folk. Yeah, they're definitely involved. We're definitely involved in that. The government. The EU. I don't know if you're drinking alcohol or what, but this is not a good look for us. To be intervening in foreign affairs and sovereign countries, this is not a good look for us. This is the issue. See, we're no longer the beacon of morality that we once claimed to be, because we backed up what happened in Palestine. We went into Iraq. So the banner of morality, we can't lecture anybody on morality. It's the truth. Do you think you told Allah today. I told Allah today I had enough of this world, Sean. Nah, don't say that, bro. Do you think this Maduro capture is a play? Yeah, it's a play to get the oil. This is all about oil, bro. This is not about liberating anybody. This is not about drugs coming in. This is about oil. This is not about justice for the U.S. because they smuggle drugs in here. Bro, Mexico smuggles drugs every day. There's other places that drugs come in through. I remember when the Shah of Iran fell. The U.S. did the same in Iraq. Don't drink and drive, brother. I don't drink at all. Jesus died for your sins. I'm sorry you think that. But are the leaders participating? But you are in America because it's my country. Every empire during its downfall commits crimes out of desperation. There's no way out of it. Yeah. I was watching earlier a documentary on Muammar Gaddafi, and then I saw another piece on I forget his name, that the African dictator from Uganda, the big black dude. What was his name? I forget his name. But he ended up going to Saudi, escaping. But it's true, as the downfall comes, out of desperation, they start, committing a lot of crimes. Same thing with Saddam Hussein. I was watching a piece on him too earlier. I've been watching historical documentaries today. Praise God, always. Jesus is the Messiah. I agree with you. I don't know what the I rebuke evil. I don't know what that has to do with the first part of your statement, but the first part, I agree with you. Yes, you do drink. We just saw you drink. Drinking doesn't automatically mean drinking alcohol. Okay. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Do you love God, sir? Yes. You should love and fear God, both. Yeah, that guy. I'm not good with names. I'm not good with names. Let me see. Horrifying moments. Iranian security forces raid hospital and kidnap people they shot in protests? Wait, what did I just read? That's a heck of a title for this YouTube channel called The Sun. Horrifying moment. Iranian security forces raid hospital and kidnap people they shot in the protest. I'm sorry? What did I just heard? Why would you fear God? Do you believe that there will be a day of judgment? The messengers of God feared God. And you don't think you should fear God? The most righteous of the righteous feared God. And you don't think you should fear God? Well, you might want to check on that if you believe in God at all. Every day is the day of judgment. Okay, I don't know what you're on, but yeah. All right, let me see. AP explains protests across Iran leave at least 20 dead. Has there been any statement made from the president, or it's finally happening? Okay, that's from a day ago. Oh man, don't you hate when you click somewhere that you shouldn't have clicked, or you're about to click something and a notification pops up, and then you click the notification instead?
Start recording video.
Iran protest raises questions about regime future Middle East stability. Has the Ayatollah said anything else? He can take you out any day, at any point, at any minute, at any second. It could be our last. Well, from your response, I suppose you know all about God is and what God does and what God doesn't do. No, I know what God has told us about himself. From your response, I take that you don't know what God has told us about himself. Otherwise, you wouldn't be confused as to why you should fear God. They don't fear God. A demon convinced them that Jesus died for their sins. That's a very bad path to go down. Who is Jesus Christ? He's a messenger from God. He's the son of Miriam. Peace and blessings be upon them both. A messenger of God, one of the mightiest ones. Incredible man, amazing human being. Someone that the Jewish people should have believed in, right? The Messiah, the one that will come back, because his mission is not finished. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2Q says, I do not fear God. My God is loving, and that would not want me to live in fear. Okay, let me give you an example. I'm afraid of heights. I don't live in fear of heights. The sensation of fear would arrive if I stand at the top of a building on the edge and look down. Otherwise, I live my life without fear. But the idea that you shouldn't have fear, knowing that the judgment day is coming, right? That's insane. That tells me you don't know what's coming next. You have no clue. You think that God is just loving. That's it. If God is all just loving, he can't be all just. Because when justice needs to be applied, if he just forgives everything, then there will be no justice applied. He will forgive what he wills, and he will apply justice as he sees fit. But you're putting him in this it's gonna be all love, all. Everybody, no matter what you did in this world, is going to be forgiven. Just believe a man died for your sins, and that's it. God has to be just also, loving, compassionate, merciful, but just. This is why it's Judgment Day. It's up to him. He knows best. But this idea that you shouldn't fear God, like you know you're going to heaven, this is not good. Let's just say that, bro. You're playing a very dangerous game thinking this way. You take responsibility for your actions. That's good. Taking responsibility and being accountable for your action in the day of judgment is two different things. You can say, I did something wrong, I made a mistake. You can acknowledge that. You can ask God for forgiveness. Still, he has the authority to deny or accept your forgiveness. You were playing a very sad game, living here every single day. Do I? See, he's now exaggerating what I said and twisting what I said like the Pharisees, now to justify his own belief, right? Because now he's like, oh, I don't think you should be living in any fear at all. Like you should just, so you're certain, you know what's going to happen. Somebody that is not fearful of God knows where they're going. They have complete certainty that nothing's going to happen to them. What's your religion, sir? Let me see. What's your religion? I've had lots of changes happening to me. As everybody else. Of things happen to me. So is everybody else. Yeah. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Somebody said, we are God. Astaghfirullah. I don't need a religion. See? I kind of knew you were going to say that. I just wanted you to confirm. This is the I don't need religion, I have God in my life type of people. I'm going to do it my own way and not the way the Creator wants me to do it or commanded me to do it. I'm going to do it my own way, bro. Because this way, I can choose and pick what I like and what I don't like. If I do it my way, I don't have to pray 5 times a day. But God, I believe in you. I don't have to fast, but God, I believe in you. I can do it my way where I'm more comfortable with it, and I'll just say I believe in God. And I will believe that he's loving, and I will know I'm not going to hell, so I don't have to live in fear. And I don't have to follow any commandments. I'll just be a good person, bro, and believe in God. And what is wrong with that? You're going to find out. If you die upon that, you're going to find out that this is not your world. And this is the world is not Burger King. It's not your Burger King where you can do it your way. You were created by the Creator, and you're expected to do certain things. What's wrong with that is that you don't know the purpose of why you're even here. That's what's wrong with that. You don't understand that you were created to worship your Creator. And there's certain guidelines that he wants you to live by, and then there's consequences for you rejecting this. And acting like the world is Burger King and you can have everything your way however you want to do it. And as long as you say you believe in God, everything's going to be fine in the end. It's not how it's going to go. But if you want to put your chips in that basket, go ahead. I didn't say did not pray. I pray every day. I told you, right? I mentioned that the Creator You want to be able to believe in God and not follow any of his guidance. And you said, what's wrong with that? It's a whole lot of wrong with that. No, you're trying to put fear into people. No, I'm not. I said do it however you want. I don't care how you do it. Get out of here, man. You're a dummy. I don't care how you do it. However you're doing it, stay doing it that way. I'm not Clark Kent. I am not Clark Kent, and I am not Captain Save-A-Ho. So do it however you do it. Notice you brought this topic up. I didn't bring this topic up. You brought this topic. So how are you gonna tell me that I'm trying to push this or that into people or this and that? What are you talking about? 99% of the time, people come to me and start talking about religion and start talking about God to me, to the Muslim guy. We're in Tampa. I don't care how you do what you're doing. What I'm telling you is that there's consequences. However you want to do it that way. I don't care, bro. I didn't even know you existed till you showed up here. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. All right, what's going on with Iran? Let's see if there's any updates. Actually, let's type Iranian update or updates on Iran. Let's see. Anti-government protests spread majority of the provinces. Latest from Iran. Let's see what we got. All needs Jesus. What does that mean? To need Jesus. But remember, he thinks, if you're talking about me, I don't think. I know. There's a difference between I think. If I was unsure, I will tell you I'm unsure. I don't know, but I think this is. I don't think my religion is the truth. I know my religion is the truth. You know how you can put that to the test? I'll tell you how. If you offer me $100 billion to leave Islam, I wouldn't. Yes, you would. No, I wouldn't. As Allah is my witness, I wouldn't do it. May Allah dump me in the hellfire if I'm lying. If you give me $100 billion and say all you got to do is leave Islam, I say, sorry, keep the money. There is no I think my religion is the truth. And I know the people that are not of my religion are not going to like that because they think they're upon the truth. I don't have a problem saying truth is a one-way street. It's just, if Islam is true, Christianity is false. And every other religion is false. So, I'm willing to die on my horse. Just say it. Just say what? You have no peace, though. I have no peace. Do you know what's in my heart, sir? Your religion has modified and changed parts from Judaism. Okay. No problem. That's what you want to think, go for it. What great horse? The best horse. Anti-Semitism is at an all-time higher. And nah, I don't prescribe to that either. I don't prescribe to that. And I said, I know Jesus, and when you know, you know. You know Jesus, and when you know, you know. All right. I know Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and when you know, you know. I guess I can just say the same thing. Much love, much love. Say this and that and this and that. I don't say things because people want me to say it. So it's not gonna work. But now you're spamming. Why are you spamming? Let's get out of here. Two different things. Yeah, I agree with that. Two different things. Does Allah forgive sins? Of course, Allah forgives sins. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. I do like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like cinnamon sticks also. I just can't have a lot of cinnamon because history of kidney stones, but I do like cinnamon. If you had a history of kidney stones, you shouldn't have cinnamon often. I ask the Spirit to give me the words. I do not lean on my own understanding. How many gods died on the cross? Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. All right, let's see what we got. Any update? So somebody said that the soldiers were siding with the people. Did you know the Gatorade you're drinking? Let me see. Did you know the Gatorade you're drinking has bone tar in it? Would a Muslim person watch peacefully with someone else praying to God? I don't understand the question. Watch what peacefully? Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. I think it's time for new glasses. God is three persons, but on the cross, in the person of the Son. The question was, how many gods died on the cross? Epstein files. What's going on with the Epstein files? Weren't they supposed to come out a little while ago? You gonna let me do me? What does that mean? There's no Muslims on the files. Tell them, A. They release a small fraction of the files in New Year's, because they knew it was a busy day for everyone and nobody would check the news. Oh yeah? Is that why people were saying that Clinton was in the files or something like this? Look for a Katie Johnson interview. Every day. What's going on, John? What's the day looking like? Everything Gucci? A legitimate one? Go for it, man. Are you Muslim? Alhamdulillah. Yes. Hello. What's going on, Tony? What's the purpose of the live stream? Just to chit chat with people. Bismillah.